Hi everyone, it's Gabriel Zamora. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, it's more of like a getting to know me and my makeup video. I asked a lot of you on my Snapchat. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, Gabriel Zamora. I asked y'all if y'all wanted to see a video like this to see what my go-to makeup products are. So I asked y'all to screenshot the snap, and it got like a ton of screenshots. So I was like, might as well film it since I'm already getting glam. So I decided to give you an in-depth as to what item that I use and what color and why I love it. I have it all laid out on the table because I didn't want to my bag isn't per se like an organized bag. It's just like a random bag. So I just throw everything in there. So I kind of laid it out because I have multiple things in each category, like different types of bronzers. So I don't want to give you one bronzer in the beginning and one at the end. So I thought I'd group them all together so that I can give you an in-depth as to why I like each one. So let's begin. So I'm just gonna start it off like I would skin. So the first item that I always use on my skin is like these blue paper things. They're just oil absorbing sheets. I really like them just because it's blue and my hair is blue, so I said why not. So the different primers that I like to use are the Makeup Forever, the Step 1. This is the mattifying one. I love it because it absorbs a lot of the oil from my skin, so I won't get oily throughout the day, which I really love. So I put that one first, and then I'll put the Professional, I just said the word, primer. So then I'll put the Professional primer because it creates like a smooth canvas. I don't have a lot of textured skin, but it creates like a good layer for the rest of your makeup. And then I like to put the Gleam by Melanie Mills. This is in the color Light Gold because it makes me very glowy. So I'll even use it as a primer, even though I also mix it with my foundation. But I like to put it right underneath, especially here. Parts that I'm gonna eventually highlight. It just makes your skin so glowy. Even if you don't put highlight on, like a highlighter, this makes you so pretty. So my different foundations that I like to use, I honestly only use one foundation now, and that is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. It's my favorite foundation. I used to use the Infallible by L'Oreal, but I realized when you spend money on a quality foundation, you will see the difference into how your skin looks. I thought my skin looked amazing with the Infallible one, and don't get me wrong, it's still good. But when you use this, my skin, I was like, why was I using that before? This is just so pretty. So I'll teeter between each. If I have an event, I'll definitely use this. But if I'm just quickly glamming on the go, sometimes I'll use the Infallible one, but the majority of the time I'm honestly using this one. Oh, look, this is really cool. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it says Gabriel Zamora. They engraved the bottles for me. This was at the Gen Beauty? It wasn't Gen Beauty. BeautyCon? It wasn't BeautyCon. It was the big Ipsy event. I can't remember what the name was, but Makeup Forever was there, and I love the Makeup Forever team. They were honestly so sweet. And they taught me to contour with a darker foundation, which I've been doing a lot lately, and I'm obsessed with it. So I put on my regular foundation, then I'll contour with this foundation as I'm putting highlight and contour, and it just creates a more seamless application. My favorite concealer at the moment right now is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. It's just honestly the best. I use the color Y31 all the time. From time to time, I'll use Y33, but the majority of the time I'm using Y31. It's just my favorite. It's light, it's full coverage, and it just highlights and it covers. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup when I use this concealer. But I also like to use the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW25 because I like to carve out my brows with this one. So when I highlight around my brows, this is a concealer that I'll use. Then if I'm feeling real cute, I'll use the MAC Prep and Prime. This is in the color Bright Forecast. And it's just the twist one, and it just adds a really pretty shimmery color. If I want to be really glowy, this will definitely use here, here, here. I'll usually use it right here. Right there. I don't know why, but I love it. It's just a really pretty color. I like these little things from Benefit. I'm not sure if I think they sell them. They sell it as a package thing, but I only use these two because the other one I'm saving for whenever I know this one. But this is the Lemonade. The Lemonade, I love this eye primer because it neutralizes redness in the eye, on the eyelid. And then I like to use the Boing 01 to also carve out my brows. So I'll use both, but I like to use the MAC one because it's older, so I'm just trying to use it and get rid of it by the time I start using this one. And then the Erase Paste and the Eye Bright. And then for a different eye primer, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the Minor Sin one. So it's not the neutral one. This one's really pretty. It adds a bit of a sheen to your lid, which I really like. So unless you're going for a matte eye look, I would always recommend using this one. Next, when I'm baking, I only use these two powders. I've never tried the Laura Mercier powder, which I need to try because everybody like raves by it, so I need to try it. But I use the Ben Nyes, the luxury powder. I use the banana and the Theyre. The Theyre I like to use to especially cook and bake the concealer right underneath my eye. Nothing too crazy. I'll use like a smaller beauty blender, something small, and I'll just like cook right underneath, like right there. And then with a bigger beauty blender, that's when I use the banana powder, and then I'll cook here. I'll sometimes cook here, here, and then my forehead. So I'll bake those areas with it. And then if I like to use a different powder, I use the Light Plus. That I'll set when I carve out my brows. Okay, so now moving on to bronzers. I only use two different bronzers. So my very first bronzer ever actually was my Rimmel, like I don't know, it's just like a tan one. I don't use it anymore, but now I'm obsessed with using Give Me Sun. I like to go back to, like, I'll use it and then I won't, and then I'll use it, then I won't, and I'm honestly always obsessed with it. The reason why I love it is because it adds a very glowy look. Dare I say orange? A very slight hue, very slight. I love that though. As an olive girl, as a girl of a tanner complexion, I'm obsessed with this because I'm wearing it now because it makes you so glowy. Like, it's honestly like you were just in the sun like 2 days ago, if that makes sense. Like a very orangey, like tanned look. This honestly makes it look like you were in the sun. That's why they call it Give Me Sun, because it does. So if you are of a fair complexion, this is gonna look ridiculous on you. I only recommend it for medium skin tones and for darker skin tones, just because it's a lot darker. And then my second bronzer that I'm obsessed with is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I am obsessed with it. It's not as orangey as Give Me Sun. It's more of a contouring bronzer. So if you want that glowy tan look, you can still get it with this, but I honestly like to do both. So I'll first start off with this, with Give Me Sun, and then I'll add the Hoola more so on the contour area of the cheek, just because it'll really deepen it. It's a deeper bronzer. That's what I'll say about it. Okay, now moving on to blushes. It's my go-to blush. It's the only blush I ever really carry with me, and that is Peaches by MAC. The only other blush that I use is Dandelion by Benefit, but I have the Cheekathon palette, so it's like really big, so I won't always carry that with me. So because this one's so tiny and so little, I love to carry it, and it's Peaches by MAC. I've honestly had it for like ever, which is really disgusting. If blushes expire, this is definitely expired, but it still works amazingly. I'm honestly obsessed. So obsessed that I'm gonna apply some more. Moving on to shadow. So my go-to shadow palette is the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics palette. It's honestly gorgeous. I like a matte eye look. Like, I'm obsessed with these colors. And then I also, I like to start my eye off with Frisk just all over, just to create a more smoked out eye. And then I'll use Cover and Primal. I'll switch it up. I like to do Undone on my brows. Like, I like to fill in part of my brows with Undone. So my next obsession is like this Urban Decay Beauty with an Edge little like makeshift palette. Like, you can pick your colors and you can actually select what colors you want to put in. So you can actually pop these little suckers out like so, and you can just put them back in. And I'm obsessed with that because you can always switch it up, especially depending on what look you're doing. So if you already did your makeup but you want shadows to go, then you just pop in like whatever shadows, which is really smart of them to do, especially because it's little. And this mirror is honestly the perfect size. It's the perfect size, like based on my face, like look. So the colors that I have on here, it's like this pink shimmery look. So I do more so shimmery on here than on the other one, but this one is Moonflower by Urban Decay. I mean, they're all by Urban Decay, but that's a pink shimmery one. This gold champagne shimmer one is called Easy Baked. This kind of like neutral mauvey brown gray color, which I'm obsessed with, is called Buck. And then this color, like today I used part of it on my eye. So I used Riff and Buck as along with Give Me Sun in my eyes. So just to create a very like bronzy eye look. I mean, I just did a tutorial on it, so if you want to learn more about how to create this look, watch one of my previous videos, or I'll link it down below. These are my eye colors. So I use these like in my eye. These are just like pencils. So if I ever want like a very like doll-eyed look, a very bright look, I'll use this inner rim liner. It's just very like light. So it's like, it's not white. It's a very nude color, which I'm obsessed with. As my go-to, I've been honestly using the Makeup Forever Aquamatic one. This is the lime green one. It's just so pretty. It's so green. I don't know if you can see it. It's so shimmery. I have it in my eyes right now, and it just makes them look more green. It just makes them stand out when you have a pop of color in your waterline. So I definitely recommend that. And then these are like my go-to colors for my like liners right now. Like this one, y'all saw me use in my bronze makeup tutorial. It's just a very coppery color. It's very shimmery. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. See, like look how pretty that is. This is in the color I-34. Is it supposed to be like an iridescent color? It's really pretty. I definitely recommend getting it, especially if you have colored eyes. So now moving on to brows. My go-to, like my staple one is my eyebrow kit by e.l.f. Cosmetics in the color dark. Girl, look how like, I need to buy a new one. Like, but it's really good. I need to try the Anastasia pomade. I have their brow wiz and I want to try their brow definer. So I'm probably gonna go buy it. I just need to like see what color I am. But this is like my go-to, literally since the very beginning. I'm so obsessed with it. And then sometimes I play with the Makeup Forever. This is the brow pencil. This is in the color, I think 40. Yeah, brow sculpting pencil. I'm obsessed with it. I've used it in comparison to the Anastasia one. I used the Anastasia one, the brow definer, and it's really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. The reason why I love this pencil though right now is because in the middle, it splits like this and it adds like a highlight to the brow, which is really cool, which I really love. I love the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Like it's my little go-to, especially if I want to do like little parts, especially like right underneath the brow. If I really want to define it, because it's so little, it's perfect for that. This is Gimme Brow by Benefit. It's honestly so legit. Like I love it. It honestly like creates like these little hairs. It almost makes the hairs on your brows look thicker. It honestly gives you brow. I don't know what's in there, but good invention, Benefit. Good invention. It makes them look like bushier, which I'm obsessed with because I don't have brows, so. And then I'll use the Highbrow Glow by Benefit. This is just like a highlight for like right underneath your brow bone. I'm wearing it right now, not too much, but I more so put it right underneath the peak just because it like adds like a come on, brows type of look to your look. And then eyeliner wise, I use the Chartist eyeliner. I'm obsessed with this because it comes in like a pencil, like a kohl pencil, which is really pigmented. It's super black. It's so pretty, right? But they were really smart. They made a felt tip one and it's really black as well. So I definitely recommend getting this eyeliner. I don't always do eyeliner, but I like to have it with me because depending on if I want a smokier look or if I want a very clean cut look, this is perfect. And it has that little marble thing in the liquid one. This is honestly a legit invention, Tarte. This is honestly legit. I'm obsessed with it. And then last but not least, the Clear Brow Gel, which I didn't put any on. So I'm gonna put some on right now by Anastasia, is literally a savior to your brow. Especially if you fill in your brows, this seals them in. It smells weird, I'm not gonna lie, but it seals your brows. So it's worth the smell. I think that's what the smell is. It's like a chemical thing, but you put it on your brows and it seals them in place and girl, they do not move. You can splash some water on me and they will not leave my face. So moving on to lashes. My go-to lash right now, it's honestly in there because I always like to put it on, is Goddess by Lily Lashes. I'm obsessed with it. I've worn it like 5 times and they honestly still look brand new. They honestly still look brand new. I've worn them already 5 times and I'm honestly obsessed. You can wear them up to like 15 times. My go-to glue, this is Duo. This is the brush on one. Oh, it has vitamins. I didn't know it had vitamins. But yeah, this is the Duo one. I don't like the little bottle one, the one that you squeeze out, because I like to just apply it. It has a little applicator. Oh, and then it's also the clear one. So it goes on like a iridescent blue, but it dries clear. So this is perfect for that. And then my mascaras right now. I ran out of the luminous one, the butterfly one, which y'all know I'm obsessed with, but I might have changed my mind as to my go-to mascara. I had the theyre Real by Benefit first before my roller lash one by Benefit, and it creates length, but when I'm doing my mascara, I don't want it to look like I'm wearing mascara. I like it very buildable and gradually putting product on. This puts on product quick. So if you don't want to wear lashes, this is honestly perfection. It like elongates your lashes. It makes them look thick. Like this is honestly a great invention. So I'll put it on at the end if I just want like a lengthier look at the ends. My favorite, it's honestly my obsession. It has a very similar. Patrick had told me, why don't you try the roller lash? Why don't you try the roller lash? Why don't you try the roller lash? And I was so like dead set on my L'Oreal one until look, it honestly looks so similar. The only thing that's different is that the L'Oreal one goes like this because it's supposed to create a winged look. This one's so pretty. And I like how it smells. It smells like mascara, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense. But what I love about this one is that you can go into your bottom lashes as well as like your top lashes. So you can focus on bottom lashes and top lashes, which I love because you do 2-in-1, and I just like their packaging. So now moving on to highlight. My two highlighters that I like to use are Gold Deposit by MAC. It's just so pretty. This one's older, that's why like the packaging's older, so, but look how pretty that is. Oh my God. So I like to be bronze and tan, so I'm wearing this one today just because it adds a really pretty sheen as opposed to a highlight, but you can build it up to a highlight, which I really love. And then the freaking staple highlighter in Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics with Jaclyn Hill. It's just perfection. Absolutely nothing wrong. It's so pigmented. It doesn't add texture to your skin. Does that make sense? When you do some highlights, it adds a texture to your skin. It emphasizes texture. This is just so pretty. It adds a super gorgeous glow. And then sometimes I'll use Sunbeam by Benefit. I like to carry this one too because it's a liquid form. I'll show you right now how I like to do it. I like to just put some on my finger and then I'll put it, not per se on my cheekbone, but right underneath right here. Right there. I'm obsessed with putting it right there. It almost creates a very like, type of look to your face. And then my lip products. If you can't tell by these colors, I like a very pinkish mauvey tone. My go-to lip liners are Oak by MAC. It's a very like brown, nude brown on me. It's very nude, so if you're a very tan complexion, this is so nude on you and it's so pretty. And then if I want to go darker, this is Hover by MAC. It's like a more reddish toned, like as you can see, it just goes darker and it goes more red, which is really pretty. And then if this is red, that one's like a brown red. Chicory by MAC, and this one is a lot more like a deep red. See, it's like there's a difference. This is like a darkish red brown. And then with my like nude lip liner, see it's very nude on me. And then sometimes I like to use In Sync by MAC, and it's a very just really pretty nudie pink. It's just so pretty. I've been carrying around these little bad boys. These are the Ofra Cosmetics collab with Manny MUA. They're the perfect colors. These are my go-tos, Hypno, Charmed, and Aries. Charmed has been my favorite, but this one's really pretty. It's darker, and then this one's lighter. So I like to have them with me just in case. This one is so pretty. This is the Jeffree Star Gemini. Oh, it's just so pretty. It reminds me a little bit of Charmed. This is honestly Charmed and Hypno combined. It's so pretty. And then this is Hypno, and then this is Charmed. But I like that this one's just a little bit darker. But the Ofra ones smell so much better. Yeah, the Gemini one smells like black licorice, if that makes sense. These smell, oh my God, they smell amazing. These are by Bite. My go-tos are Honeycomb, which I did in one of the videos, and then Meringue. Oh, they smell so lemony. Sometimes I wear lip gloss, not all the time, but if I do, it's the Urban Decay. This one's in Liar. These are the high color lip glosses. And then this is really old, color Modern Marv, but this is Kardashian Beauty. This smells so good. It smells like marshmallows, and it's just so pretty. I don't know what it is. These don't get enough reviews, but look how pretty that is. It's just so shimmery. It's just so pretty that even if I don't wear it sometimes, but I want the smell, I will just do this. I'll put it on my Cupid's bow. It highlights my Cupid's bow, but then I smell it, which is really pretty. So I'm obsessed with that. Fix Plus, of course, which I love. And then Beauty Blenders. The pink one I use for concealer on the tip, foundation on the base. My black one I use to buff out like my contour. My white one I used to bake. And then my little ones I used to bake right underneath my eyes. If I want to be more precise with baking like my nose, I'll use the little one. And then tools, my go-to eyelash curler is the Lily Lashes eyelash curler. It's just so pretty. I have tweezers. I don't know where my eyelash applicator is, but the Lily Lashes one, the pink one, is so cute. And then I use scissors to cut my lashes. And then this one I use to mix my foundation with my Gleam. Q-tips to take off any product off my lips. But yeah, that's it. Look how dirty my hand is now. Look at all these colors. Look at all those chickens. So those are like my go-to items when it comes to makeup because they're staple pieces in my makeup bag. So sometimes I'll switch stuff out like eyeshadows or color for like lips and stuff like that. But these are my go-to colors that I always like to carry with me. So if somebody's like, hey, let's go somewhere, blah, 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 bring your makeup with you. Those are the colors that I'll always bring. They always stay in my bag. Should I start doing like monthly favorites? So let me know down below in the comment section if y'all want to see like a monthly favorites type of situation, and I'll be more than happy to do that for y'all. These are quick, easy videos that I can do for y'all if y'all want to see these things and like what I think and like my reviews. Make sure to follow me on Snapchat if you aren't. Gabriel Zamora, that's where I ask y'all a lot of questions, especially on YouTube, about YouTube stuff. Follow me on Instagram, of course, at the Gabriel Zamora. Follow me on Twitter, Gabriel Zamora. And make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave any comments, questions, concerns down below. But until next time, bye everyone.